back, everyone. You know, if you're tired of those holiday get-together movies that bring joy and cheer, you might want to try something different. We invited Bart and Jen Mills in, our local movie reviewers, to talk about Nosferatu. Did I say that right?
Nosferatu, yes.
Right.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, so this was our Christmas Day movie. We joined actually a pretty full theater. I was surprised for this very dark...
Our people.
Yeah, our people.
Saying these are our people who would go see Nosferatu on Christmas Day.
A German expressionism remake on Christmas Day. But this is the basically a remake of the 1922 classic Nosferatu. It is the story of it's basically the story of Dracula, but they cribbed it because at the time they didn't have the rights to the movie or the novel, and so it's the story of this Dracula figure, Count Olaf, living in a castle, a young real estate agent who goes to try to get him a house sold in Germany. The Dracula is actually in love, Olaf actually is in love with this guy's wife. And basically the rest of it ensues into chaos and a lot of dark and mournful moments.
Right. So is this really the story of how the two of you met?
Yeah, this is a lot. I mean, there was an evil real estate agent involved, and I had this really dark, dreary castle. It was actually an apartment at the time, but sort of close.
Yeah. So this is obviously a scary movie. It's not one of those holiday, lovely, feel-good movies. It's a scary movie. So is there a lot of jump scares in this one, or is this a good storyline?
So I wouldn't really classify this as scary. It's more a dread. It's an overwhelming just feel of evil, if you will. It's a colorized movie. It's a color movie, but parts of it are so different shades of gray and black that sometimes you're not even sure whether it's a black and white movie. It just gives you that overwhelming feeling of evil. So there aren't jump scares. It's just,
Yeah, it's just dread. That's all. This is Robert Eggers. If you've seen Robert Eggers movies, our very favorite of the bunch is his first one, which is The Witch, which was absolutely beautiful. But that is another one of those movies that is just pure dread, set in early America. Then you had The Lighthouse, which was just weirdness, and then you had The Northman, which was actually pretty great. But also, he's very big on detail, period detail. The story sort of is second fiddle to the cinematography and the set design and everything else. It's a beautiful movie. It's a well-acted movie, but it is long and dreary, and it is an homage to 1920s German expressionism, and it's a lot to take in.
Yeah, when you said it's long, it's actually 2 hours and 13 minutes, so it is kind of long. And it's also rated R. I'm guessing the rated R is due to violence, perhaps?
Nudity, violence, gore.
Yeah.
Yes.
All the trifecta of good stuff.
Right. Exactly. All right, well, let's go to my favorite website, which is, of course, Rotten Tomatoes. So Rotten Tomatoes actually gave this a 76% audience approval rating, which I think is actually pretty good for.
Well, given that it just came out yesterday, I don't know who saw it to make reviews on it when we got.
Question Rotten Tomatoes right off the bat.
Yeah, this is a better movie than that, but this is a movie really aimed at real cinephiles. I mean, I think general people can enjoy it. This is a great introduction to sort of a world of movie that young people might really dig into after they've seen this. But this is not a movie that, if you're a big Adam Sandler fan, this probably isn't going to be your go-to. So I suspect Rotten Tomatoes may not love it as much as the regular criticism would.
All right, so let's go to the big reveal here. Are you going to give this movie a thumbs up, a thumbs down, or just somewhere in the middle?
Okay, so disclaimer, I am a big Robert Eggers fan. I love his movies. I'm giving it a thumbs up because as soon as I found out he was doing Nosferatu, I was all in. So I would recommend this movie.
Yeah, I recommend it. I think again, it's going to be a tough one for some people. It does slog a little bit in the center. There's a lot of hysterical reactions shots and things like that. But if you're a film fan and if you like the classics and you want to do a little film history work, if you're an Eggers fan, if you're a Bill Skarsgård fan, it is definitely worth seeing. And it's really worth seeing in a theater, to be honest with you. But just know that if you're in for 2.5 hours of expressionism. So if you're not that guy, don't go.
Right.
Right, so 2 thumbs up for the movie Nosferatu. So I always want to say bless you after I say that. All right, well, Bart and Jen, thanks so much for coming in today. I appreciate it.
Thanks.
Thank you.
All right, well, don't go away because we have more when we return.